Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is October 5th, 2023, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. All right, guys, so we have a red alert, breaking news, very important information coming out. If you can, please share this video. And it says here, the bear leader, Mr. Vladimir, said on Thursday that the bear country has successfully tested a potent new strategic missile. A new missile. And declined to rule out the possibility it could carry out weapons tests involving nuclear explosion for the first time in more than 3 decades. Man, look out. You guys already know yesterday we had the nationwide or presidential test alert. And now today we are getting all these information that the bear has tested a powerful missile. The bear leader on nuclear weapons, this is what he said in the bear country military doctrine. There are 2 reasons why nuclear weapons can be used: an attack on the bear and a threat to the bear's survival, said the bear leader. Now, the bear response to a nuclear strike on its territory is absolutely unacceptable for any aggressor. There is no chance for them to survive. No one in their right mind would think of using these powerful stuff against the bear, he said. Samart, also known as the Satan II, will soon go on comeback duty, the bear leader said. The Satan II is also coming out. This is where we are right now. And we have a lot of video circulating right now. This is what they're doing in the bear country. They are preparing their citizens. They got bunkers videos. They have shelters videos. You wouldn't believe what was going on in the bear country. Meanwhile, people here watching Barbie. Yeah, this is what's going on, guys. And also, I'm going to share this breaking news. Hundreds of DEAD Crane and Western trainers. The bear bombed bases, training camps, and assembly points of UKR forces. The bear showing no mercy. All right, guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, and loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Louis Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19. Number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. All right, we're going to see what's going on here, guys. These are very concerning information coming out. Please share the video. Once again, the Satan II is coming out. They're also taking out the flying Shunaball missile. That is very powerful one. It has a range of unlimited. So he's taking out all these big ones. Which, you know, I call the apocalypse weapon, along with the Poseidon submarine. So you have the sleeping giant and the bear has done the test alert. Not only that, they're launching some very powerful unarmed missile. The sleeping giant with the Minuteman 3, the Trident 2, and they're gonna soon launch a hypersonic missile. The bear has announced the Samart 2, which the sleeping giant call the Satan 2. And also the bear got other missiles they're going to be announcing. This is where we are right now. Very concerning. Mr. Vlad is sounding the alarm on this one. Let me copy this really quick here, guys. I want to show you about the Samart. This is a very powerful one here. Here we go. I'm going to give you a little bit of background of this one. So the RS-28 Samart, often unofficially called Satan II by some media outlets, is a bare liquid fueled MIRV equipped super heavy intercontinental ballistic missile produced by this person since 2009. It is intended to replace the R-36M ICBM in the Bear arsenal. It's in service this year. Look out, sleeping giant. Launch platform silo. Length 3.5 m. Warhead thermonuclear 10 MIRV and 16 combined with HGV. This is what they call the Satan II. And the reason why they call this the Satan II, well, you guys already know. This thing will literally take out a city. I mean, it would just, I think it's a 50-mile radius. No, excuse me. I think it's a 500-mile radius, if I'm not mistaken. 500 miles radius, obliterated, gone, wiped out, finito. It just, not a good thing. So why are we in this position, in this time? Well, I'm glad you asked. You could thank Mr. Byrne for that. Now, everybody's like, it's not Mr. Burns' fault. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. For those of you that had, bad memory, Mr. Burns, no, the 4-5 shook hands with Kim Jong-un. The 4-5 shook hands with the bad leader. And the bad leader did not invade Ukraine, by the way. The 4-5 brought the gas prices to $1.89 a gallon. Everything was good until 2020 came. The entire world seeing the event of the C1, you-know-what 9. And that changed everything around. And then all of a sudden, the 4-5 was taken, removed, and Mr. Burns comes into the spotlight. This is where we at. I want to show you a video here, guys. All right, this is very important to share this. That's what's going on right now in the bear country, ladies and gentlemen. This is the population, the citizens are being trained. They're being, taught how to use these masks. What are these masks? These are to protect from radiation. Let's say there's a nuclear blast. That's what you need in order to survive the aftermath of the nuclear blast. So this is one of those mask survivor kit, Fallout. That's what they were doing in I think October the 3rd. All right, so is Mr. Burns giving us training on how to use those things? Nah, come on, guys. He's Mr. Burns. But I tell you what, they do have a preparation. They have doomsday planes. They have their doomsday planes. They have their presidential plane. So when bad things happen, they safe. Mr. Byrne is all right. They're going to take him and take him to another place, underground bunker city. Meanwhile, we will see the nukes. All right, so give me a second here. Let me just play this video really quick. All right, so this is the video that came out. I'm not going to play the audio due to copyright stuff. I don't want to put SpongeBob. I was gonna cover the the sun, but yeah, I mean, even SpongeBob get hit with copyright. I can't use SpongeBob. I gotta get someone else. Sorry, SpongeBob. All right, so I'm not gonna play the audio, but I want to show this here. All right, so this is the announcement that the Bear Country received in TVs, emergency broadcast. I'm gonna have to bring it down just a little bit because there we go. I don't want to show the sun logo. All right, so here we go. All right, that's their exercise. All right, so that's their preparation. That's what they were doing. Meanwhile, here in the Sleeping Giant, we didn't get to do none of these type of stuff. Here in the Sleeping Giant, you see how to wash down? Hold on. You see how they were washing down those vehicles? Because a lot of these vehicles, let's say there's a nuclear blast, and let's say other areas survive the blast, but they're still gonna see the radiation. So that wind is gonna blow some of those radiation to other areas that haven't seen the blast, and those air could be contaminated. The vehicles could be filled with dust debris, so they gotta wash it down, so that way they don't get contaminated. That's their bunker. Yeah, I think that's their bunker. Yeah, you see how it's closing up? Isn't that beautiful? And I believe this is a high school. Yeah, this here got to be the high school. So even in school, college, high school, middle school, they teaching all them students how to properly wear these masks, fallout mask or radiation mask or whatever you call them, gas mask. But they're teaching their students how to do, how to prepare yourself. I remember watching a video, a documentary back in the 50s and 60s. They taught students how to prepare. Like, they had the alarm sounding so they get under the desk, because back then it was really tough situation because of JF Kennedy and Cuba crisis and all that. So they had to do their weekly or daily exercise training, what to do if a nuke comes towards the US, so that they get under the desk and all that. But that's not happening anymore. What we are being taught is, here's Barbie, you can watch the movie. All right? All right, so I'm gonna stop right here, guys. But you get the picture. I'm not gonna read the entire article. I'm not gonna read the article, by the way, because we already talked about this, but I just wanted to show that video. So again, general alert exercise for nuclear war in the sleeping giant and the bear. All right. So, what are you doing, sleeping giant? One thing I tell you, only preppers are training themselves. But there's a lot of people out there that keep saying, oh, nothing's gonna happen, Lewis. Ain't nothing's gonna happen. Poor Lewis. He's so scared. Look at him. He's so scared. Well, again, I guess people don't read scriptures. Shocking footage is coming from the front lines of the biblical war in UKR with the Bear, Air Force, and artillery shelling bases. Powerful stuff in camps of UKR forces with hundreds of DEAD crane and Western trainers. Guys, we are seeing more and more of our sleeping giant NATO trainers just getting hit. You have foreign observers report that either the UKR air defense particularly does not exist for days with its reserves exhausted, or the Bear produces such a large volume of ammunition, missiles, bombs, etc. that consequently bases, assembly points, and logistic hubs are bombed. The Bear is showing no mercy. Yesterday, a huge buildup of troops and foreign trainers was out by a Bear strike on a training ground near this region, about 50 kilometers deep from the contact line. According to the Bear sources, you have NATO sleeping giant trainers had just arrived to prepare the personnel of UKR. The Bear UAV gave the coordinates and the base was impacted. The Bear is keeping their eyes. And now we have all these information that UKR is freaking out. We have no ching ching. We have none of that. We got nothing. So you have the Bear Air Force is bombing UKR bases. and weapons depots. Now, in the direction of Donetsk, units of the Troops Group South, in cooperation with aviation and artillery, repelled two strikes by UKR units in the area of this territory's settlement of the Donetsk. The Bear Air Force impacted a base with manpower and equipment in the area of this territory settlement of the Donetsk area. The losses of the UKR amounted to up to 210 DEAD and wounded, 4 armored fighting vehicles, and 6 cars out. How come we don't hear these type of stuff from NEWS or other YouTubers? I mean, because I do see a lot of people out there that talks about these type of stuff, but they don't really talk about it. Like, about the Bears side. I hear a lot that the Bears losing, but War News 24/7, they put out the real good stuff. And I see a lot of more info and videos of the Bear just taking out UKR infrastructure. The Bear taking out, I mean, these are videos. These are all videos of the Bear taking out warehouse. So I'm trying to figure out why is nobody putting out, the right info. The Bear Air Force took out UKR facility 10 kilometers from this territory. In the direction of this region, airstrike and artillery fire hit the personnel and equipment of the 65th Mechanized Brigade in the area of the village of Rambotino. Over 35 UKR servicemen were out, while 2 armored fighting vehicles and 3 cars were out. Now, in the direction of this region, units of the Western Group of Forces during active operation with the support of aviation and artillery fire hit the personnel of the 25th Airborne 14th 115 Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of UKR in the area of these territory settlements. Now, it says UKR Army casual, skip the rest of the name, were up to 170 and wounded, while 4 trucks, 2 M109 Paladins and 1 D30 GUN were destroyed. In this region direction, coordinated action of the center forces, raids of the Army aviation and artillery repulsed 2 strike under 63rd and 67th Mechanized Brigades of the UKR Armed Forces in the area of the village of these territories. Personnel and equipment of the UKR Army were hit in the areas of this region settlement of the Luhansk and other territories. Now I'm skipping those names, guys. So during the day, UKR Army casual amounted to up to 80 DEAD and wounded, while 2 armored fighting vehicles, 2 cars, and a D30 howitzer were destroyed. And they also have video to back it up. But one thing I can't play the video. I mean, I tried not to play the video. The other one was like, I wouldn't say it's going to be a copyright, but this one here, when it comes to showing certain satellite imagery and stuff like that, I try to be very careful with it. Now it says here, and again, guys, I did get hit with a copyright twice in September. So in the southern direction of Donetsk, units of the Vostok Force Group in a cooperation with military aviation and artillery struck forces of the 58th and 72nd Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the area of this territory. An attack by the 128th Territorial Defense Brigade in the area of the village of, I'm gonna skip those name, region was also hit. So you get the point here. The Bear is just showing no mercy. Any territories that are trying to build up warehouse and storing stuff in it is getting hit. Sleeping Giant trying to send trainers, they're being taken out. The losses of the UKR army amounted to more than 80. In the direction of Kherson, up to 45 UKR military personnel out in one day, while 2 vehicles destroyed. In the area of this territory, Bondanovska settlement of this region, a warehouse of ammunition and weapons of the UKR armed forces destroyed. And just like that, the bear is saying, we're taking your stuff out. And now the bear leader is sounding the alarm that the big boys are coming out, which is Samart too. And they don't want to do this, guys, but they have no other choice. So I think the bear knows that the Sleeping Giant is going to go with the next phase, and that's nukes. That's why the bear is also taking out their stuff. Now, again, remember, the Sleeping Giant are notorious for these type of stuff. They did it before. They're not afraid to do it again. They dropped not 1, but 2 on Japan. Remember that in Nagasaki and Hiroshima? And with this one here, there's a possibility they might do it again. The bear knows the Sleeping Giant history when it comes to that. When the Sleeping Giant is not winning and so much money being poured in and they're not victorious, the last thing they would do is drop the big one. And the Sleeping Giant has proven by launching unarmed Minuteman 3 and the Trident 2. And again, this is where we are right now. And by the way, the Sleeping Giant has the nuclear submarine out there in South Korea. So, in a whole bunch of stuff out there in the South China Sea. So this is where we are right now, guys. The bear is taking out a lot of stuff in Crane, and the bear leader is putting out their warnings. That's a urgent message that they have successfully tested a potential new strategic missile and declined to rule out the possibility it could carry out powerful stuff tests involving nuclear explosion for the first time in more than 3 decades. Look out, Sleeping Giant. The Samarts will soon go on combat duty, the bear leader said today. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon will get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.